principale ville principale de l'île de Paros. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. With the microphone.
We have organized
There are 24 cyclotic islands. We're going to Lefkes first and then drive north. Then to Naoussa on the northern side of the island. There's a population of 13,000 people. Paros is a green island because they actually have springs. All marble. Dried stone walls are very, very old. Those are very old olive trees. An olive tree could be 500 years old. We next drive to the traditional village of Lefkes, the most mountainous village on Paros and the greenest one. Another walking tour through narrow streets with white walls, old wash houses that are still used by some housewives, house of literature, view of the sea, and Naoussa in the background. Interesting, that's called the Cicada New Lounge, and I can hear them. It is really noisy. The first residents were immigrants that came from Crete and locals who chose to build their village on the mountain in order to be protected from pirates. The town hall was built with the famous marble of Paros. Almost all of these hilltop villages in Greece are inhabited by old people only because the young people don't want to stay up here. There's nothing happening. I think she said that these are the names of people executed by the Germans during World War II. Way out there, the great big island is Naoussa, past the little island. That's pretty. I feel sorry. The poor people are sitting here trying to drink their coffee or tea, and 100 and some people are walking by taking snapshots of them sitting, drinking coffee and tea.
This is actually a building, an old building.
That's a 19th century building with the eye. Used to have the eye to ward off evil.
furniture they were using for the daily life.
Another marble quarry. Yeah. Major fires during the summer. I mean, it's this hot, you probably have a spontaneous fire too. That the guide said that the monastery at Amagos owns the entire island land, shall we say. We're now heading towards Naoussa. It's a medieval town, little tiny town, itty bitty teeny weeny town. I'm so sorry that I am mutilating all the names, but I just don't know how to pronounce it. No hospital here. You have to go to Naxos. Oh, beautiful place where the bus is leaving us. The port is protected by a separate fortification, the Venetian Castle. Built in the 15th century by a dynasty, and it emerges from the sea behind a small harbor with traditional fishing boats. Today, even though the castle's half sunk, it's still very impressive. If I remember correctly, most of these islands are on 3 separate intersecting faults. So it's no wonder there are quite a few earthquakes. Pretty, pretty little port with an active fishing fleet. That is part of a Venetian Castle. Ooh, I want to take that stone home with me. Ooh, nice catch of octopus there. I am so tangled up between putting the mask on and off, things getting tangled in my earrings, my hearing earpiece, this, my purse, my camera, my camcorder. It's a wonder anything comes out. That would be fun to drive, an ATV. We should have gone in there to investigate the baklava. At least the spring water looks a little clearer over here. The first church was built in the 4th century. Vineyards. Famous Byzantine church. And I'm going to mutilate its name. Ekatantaliani. Or the Lady of 100 Doors. That I could say. I ask you to pronounce the Church of 100 Windows. How do you say that again?
Ekatondapiliani.
It's impossible. I cannot do it. Supposedly it has 99 doors, and the 100th is going to be open when Istanbul is given to the Orthodox people. So it's called the Church of 100 Doors. He was rebuilt by Justinian. Those doors count in the amount of doors. This church is one of the greatest early Christian monuments in Greece. The name was a creation of the 17th century scholars who wanted to compare the splendor of the church to that of the Temple of 100 Doors in ancient Thebes, Egypt. They used the same materials to rebuild it. Miraculous icon of the Virgin Mary.
As she fulfills our dreams, we thank her by offering a small piece of gold or a spring for your child. That
The votives.
here it says the holy table. And behind that marble of the ciborium, you see the symphonium. That is, and you know the division, of course, between and the differences between the altar and the nave. And the mosaic.
You'll see it from the 17th century. Temple of St. Nicholas.
Smaller scale, much smaller scale. The division, you see, for instance, let me have a look on our way out of the upper aisles.
Pillars are ancient Doric churches. I mean, ancient Doric columns.
Here by St. Helen, when she arrived in Paros because of a shipwreck happened to her, she prayed to Virgin Mary to help her to find the Holy Cross. This chapel today is dedicated to Saint Nicholas. Okay, so and it's considered the oldest monument, which is very well preserved, of 4th century AD or maybe earlier. The work of his student that shows vanity, of course, and the ambitions of the dome were painted with angels. We call them cherubims. More carefully, you see that the pillars are ancient Greek. The top part, of course, is not Greek at all. Is not Christian at all. So most probably.
Those are from the cult of Dionysus.
Are at the bottom of.
So the legend actually says that this is the door that is supposed to open after the Greeks take back Istanbul. But it does not have 100 doors. Good name, though. Last part, we're walking through Parikia, the little streets.
1898.
1898. It's very crowded here. They said that there were 3 ferries coming in from Paros today, minimum. Very nice old public fountain.
He made that fountain for the people just outside his house. The owner of the house.
Really nice t-shirts. Pretty.
The different Cycladic islands, cheese from Paros, caper from Paros, herbs, saffron, honey, sesame bars from Paros, from Syros, the nougats, the lucum. You see that this street, by taking that street, you will end up to the waterfront and to the tender-boat to the left.
Perfect.
If you take those streets, we can actually move on and show you something. That way.
Oh, it says entry.
Yes.
Oh, those are pretty.
The castle was not made out of common, simple stones. They took the materials of the old ancient ruins and they built this. It was a part of a Frankish castle, and it continues. It goes all the.
The Frankish castle was built in 1260 AD by the Venetian Duke of Naoussa with architectural building materials from ancient buildings that existed on the hill and lowered city where the ancient town extended. Incorporated in the castle walls are architectural parts from the archaic temple of Athena from the 5th century BC. There's also parts, the canopy from the 5th century BC. We're waiting for the tender to leave. It leaves on the half hour. And that is the last excursion on this Greek cruise.